Yes.
You want to try? And I got to explore art for myself, and Nichelle made a couple of those projects happen. Before there was books in there, we did one project to honor Poetry Month, where I was able to pay homage to elder poets with some of the poets here in the city, poets you might be familiar with, like Mariah Ivy and January York and Kwabena Dinizulu. And I say that because, yeah, to see you have go through that, I know God chose the right person. And for me personally, during that time, I wanted to say thank you, because while you was going through your dark period, I was in such a dark period with losing a parent. And I just appreciate that in the midst of what you was going through, you still had time to check on me to make sure I was okay. And so, because I wasn't. And so this poem, I think, really kind of illustrates where we go from here. And it's called Present Gifts. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Saunders, the Green-Eyed Bandit, and I come bearing gifts. No, not presents or gifts you find under your Christmas tree, but more so when your gifts within become more present. And you find yourself on the other side of learn lessons with your present gifts. You better put your heart into it, because it would be hardly fluid if it's barely stewarded. You got to create. And don't hesitate. Let I am live your life now. Let that resonate. Aim for stars barred with your fate. With our present gifts, we take course. Now let the force regulate. I know my father and wondered under the clean black nights, remembering the chords of the big homie Nate, because nobody does it better. They can come closer than close, but original they never will be. Ready? Take no prisoners is the position of where your focus begins to concentrate. And when your heart beats a little faster and everything before you calls you master, that's the place. Trust me, I'm not talking about a paid for piece of paper, no reference to race, but when purpose meets you on the path and begins to laugh and says, keep up before we take strides, see? It won't take long before you make a real riddled and divide. Be surprised when they see just how eloquently the fire shines in your eyes. Watch how everyone will rise up in place. This is the place where we are remolded by the maker of life, and not just life itself, but from whom life gets his help. Shares his kung fu of going forward. The fundamentals of these moves transforms you into the mind of Morpheus, but this is no movie where we can just press fast forward. Life don't move a little faster. Just with more precision, the closer we listen to the discipline of wisdom, seeking to remold those chose to be nothing more than urbanized bastards. That's not a mess in front of you. That's purpose to the mess in front of you. With these present gifts, I must remind you of this. Just because you say you have faith does not mean you're walking towards where you were called. Even if you are unseen. Kicking down many powerful doors, so kicks must quick like Street Fighter's Chung Lee, because children are art and are smart and know the deal for real. How dare we tell the kids to live their dream when we've not lived our very own? Or at least attempt to greater range. I know things happen and tragic intertwines and vibrations and lines are beyond our control, but now it's just time to console all the handful of no's that was painfully imposed to our souls. Look around you. And see, we are still standing here in spite of all the trauma we've seen unfold. Muhammad Ali, rest in peace, but it seems folks still do not know the sacrifice and tactic of rope-a-dope. That folks will take you out and leave you broke when you stand upright for freedom's hope. But this is not about the right to vote, but to see we are one with eternity. With ancient dragons seeking to find their fire in the breath of the oppressed, and we are face down, deep, drowning in water, dipped in and out, longer and faster by anything that is oppressive, declaring itself your master. And just when your head spins, throwing in the towel appears to be the only option. Your present gifts begin to take lift, and you remember just what you've been taught when walking along your path. And as you feel yourself drifting fast, you remember when purpose looked at you and laughed, says, get by my side and never look back. No need to wallow and spread wrath when it gets bad. Nah, this is where we calculate our attacks and understand that this was the reason we needed to learn math, as we multiply our potential, then divide it by 360 dimensions, and then begin to listen within the suspension that only stars like the sun recognize. But don't be so surprised if my body begins to rise up out of the water, free from a food master's hands, up against the eyes, looks you square into your eyes. Who's the master? With teeth catching bullets and mighty hands catching fists, Nichelle, you tell them this. I am. But God, in present gifts, live in the love for yourself and begins to show. The radiance of your shine defines the eyes and begins to glow. And the universe welcomes you to the place you've been trying to find, but you already know it's your time to shine. But if you only do what you can do, then you'll never be more than what you are now. Keep shining, y'all.
All right.
The way you carried yourself, in the way you spoke, in the way you spoke when you were supposed to speak. Let me put it like that.
Yes.
Yeah, let me put it like that. We are just so proud of you. And I was kept looking for a poem. I wanted to read a poem. So the one that I found is one that I think everybody has heard by, wait a minute, Langston Hughes.
All right.
Yeah, now I lost the page, but it's called Dreams. Because,
Hold fast to dreams.
yeah.
For if dreams die,
Thank you.
There you go.
life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly.
Right.
Ask Gabriel more of that.
And so keep on holding fast to those dreams now. For when dreams go, life is a bare field frozen with snow. And we ain't about to have no snow in your life, not the way you have carried yourself. You are so beautiful. Your family stood right there by you and had to go through all that with you. And we were right there by you. And we will always be right there.
All right.
So thank you so much, Nichelle, for all you mean to us and will continue to mean to us.
Love you,
And
Dr.
I'll
Payne.
tell you this in person when I get this hip fixed. Love you all.
Love you.
I spoke the name of another ancestor, Mari Evans. Something I did when I opened the CBLC, along with the help of a lot of you that are in here right now, is that I wanted Mari Evans and Etheridge Knight to be household words for everyone to know who they were. Oftentimes they say that they will not receive you in your hometown. And that kind of is the same thing with both of those poetical giants. And so I wanted to speak their names loudly and proudly so people would know them. And I am going to read Mari Evans' poem, I Am a Black Woman.
Yes.
All right.
I am a black woman. Music of my song, some sweet arpeggio of tears, is written in a minor key. And I can be heard humming in the night, I saw my mate leap screaming to the sea. And I, with these hands, cupped the life breath from my issue in the cane brake. I lost Nat's swinging body in the rain of tears, and I heard my son scream all the way from Anzio for peace he never knew. I learned Da Nang and Pork Chop Hill in anguish. Now my nostrils know the gas, and these trigger-tired fingers seek the softness in my warrior's beard. I am a black woman, tall as cypress, strong beyond all definition, still defying place and time and circumstance, assailed, impervious, indestructible. Look on me and be renewed. Mari Evans.
All right.
We all have hard times, and we have to have something to pull from. For me, it's my faith, and it's also literature. And so I hope you can take some of what we've done today and use it to help you as you go along the way. And in addition to what Dr. Mercado says, we have each other. And so we really are stronger together.
Right.
Thank
All
you.
the fights and stuff is so worth it. You know, we're the next future of educators. We're supposed to continue to educate our next generation. And the fact that, you know, continue to fight, you know, with you and along with you on the library board is so worth it. It's so worth it. We got to continue to definitely stand up for each other, especially as Black women. You know, we got to definitely stand up for our Black sisters, our community. We got to stand up for each other for sure. And so, you know, it's like, you know, like they say, you know, like Malcolm X says, you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And it's so important. It's so important we stand together. And so, you know, as an educator myself, that's the reason why, honestly, thanks to the libraries, definitely help, you know, educate our next generations, like from infancy to teenagers and stuff. And so me being a teacher myself, you know, seriously, you know, it's really important to definitely, we all stand together. And so that's the reason why soon, actually, there will be a unionized of teachers at KinderCare, and that will happen. That will happen. It's being organized at this time as we speak. So we're going to continue to stand up for each other. We're going to support each other. We're going to continue to stand up with you and support you on the board continually. And hopefully, Hope Tribble, we make sure we drop kick her off that board. Literally, okay? But other than that, yes, God bless you. Continue to keep doing what you're doing. We're going to stand with you. We're going to stand together for sure.
All right, thank you.